Hello, this is Mrs. Coke, and here are Tuesday's notes from Tuesday, January 9th, 2017. We're talking about square and cube roots, and this is day number 2. Okay, so we're going to talk about estimating square and cube roots. To estimate a square or cube root, we're first going to find the perfect squares or the perfect cubes that are closest to our number. We're going to take a guess, and then we're going to multiply our guess if it's a square times itself twice. If it's a cube, times itself 3 times. Now, we're going to adjust our guess based on whether the answer was over or under or just right. And then we'll check our new guess and continue until we get a pretty good estimate. Here's an example. We're looking for the square root of 42. What perfect squares are between 42? Well, I know 36 is 6 squared and 49 is 7 squared. So the square root of 42 is going to be between 6 and 7. 42 is 6 away from 36 and 7 away from 49. So it's pretty evenly in the middle. I'm going to go with 6.5. So because I'm looking for a square root, I'll take 6.5 times itself 2 times, and I'll get 42.25. That estimate is pretty good, but it's a little bit over. So I might adjust possibly to 6.4. Maybe just a tiny bit smaller, 6.48. And that is very close at 41.99. Here's another example. Square root of 15. Well, 15 is between 9 and 16. So my square root of 15 is going to be between 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 15 is 6 away from 9, but it's only 1 away from 16. So I'm going to go with a number that's really close to 4, but just a little bit smaller, like 3.9. 3.9 squared is 15.25. That's a little bit too big. So let's adjust our guess down to a slightly smaller number, 3.8. And 3.8 squared is 14.44. That's too small. So let's try something a little bit in between. 3.85 is 14.8225. Still too small. How about 3.87? Well, that's getting closer. 14.9769. I think I'm going to stop there. Okay, now let's try cube. What about the cube root of 50? What perfect cubes are between 50? Well, 3 times 3 times 3, or 3 cubed, is 27. And 4 times 4 times 4, or 4 cubed, is 64. And 50 fits in the middle. 50 is 23 away from 27. 27 plus 23 is 50. And 14 away from 64. 50 plus 14 is 64. So it's a bit closer to 64. Let's go with 3.7. 3.7 cubed is 50.653. That's a pretty good guess, but it's a little bit too big. So let's try something smaller, 3.6. We'll get 46.656. Well, 3.7 was a lot closer. So let's go with almost 3.7 at 3.68. We'll get 49.83, and there's more decimal places there. A little bit bigger, 3.69 cubed is 50.27. So it's somewhere in between 3.68 and 3.69. So I hope you kind of get the drift. You're going to take a guess by finding the perfect squares that's in between, seeing how far it is in between them. Is it right in the middle, closer to the first one, closer to the second one? And just take a guess. And that's the end of today's notes.